All right, we're back for another week. Now, I don't want to belabor this point, but it feels like it comes up every week. We're going to talk again about transgender people and this war, this culture war that's going on against them. So again, this kind of partial or kind of close to me. I'm from Texas, live in Texas. I'm not particularly proud of a lot of the moves we make, but that's where I live. Last year, Texas officials announced a plan. They were going to investigate any families with children that were receiving gender affirming care. So this is a particular story about a family. The mother's name is Susan, and she has a 7-year-old transgender daughter, Elsa, whose parents asked that she be referred to by a pseudonym for safety reasons. Yeah, so Elsa's parents, they describe her as a child that's wise beyond her years. That's not her real name. Early on in this girl's life, she knew that she was a girl. She guided her own parents through her gender journey. She asked to be referred to as a daughter by her parents. When she was 3, one day she told me, "I'm a girl person." Susan said in an interview with ABC News. It was National Daughters Day. And she said, "Can I be your daughter?" It made her cry. But we're going to skip to the real part that should have made her cry, and of course did when the time came. So as a transgender kid in a conservative region, Susan said Elsa could feel growing tensions concerning people like her. She told her parents to just let them hurt me instead of moving out of state. So that's terrifying. You've got a child that understands the situation so badly, understands how much they're hated, that they tell their parents, just let them hurt me. They didn't want to upset their parents or their own life. And it kind of reveals the damage that this causes trans people all over the place and of all ages, not just this 7-year-old girl. It causes damage to their families, anyone that supports them, and people that haven't even figured out who they are yet, because now they're scared to. The family did move, though. They moved to Washington. They said LGBTQ acceptance in the community has been like day and night between the two states. That's not surprising. I live in Texas, and I see how unwelcoming folks are to LGBTQ members. So in Washington, they actually have non-discrimination laws protecting LGBTQ people, which everyone should have. They have bans on conversion therapy, which everyone should have. Trans-inclusive policies for health insurance, and all kinds of other things where they're out there looking out for their constituents, regardless of how that constituent identifies. Jamie, another parent, asked to go by a pseudonym because they too fear persecution. They moved from Texas to Colorado to protect her gender nonconforming teenager. They said the move took a lot of their life savings, a costly but an important decision families say that they have to make. And it didn't feel like normal teenage stress in Texas, said Jamie in an interview. Knowing that your governor and the top officials in your state literally don't want you to exist. That's a different kind of stress. Felt very genocidal there. So you got a teenager expressing that it feels like their state would rather them just die. Hard for me to argue with, because for one, it's a feeling. I don't get to decide how they feel. 2, I don't identify like them, and I don't know how I'd feel. Very well could feel genocidal to these folks, which is appalling. Of course, appalling. Even adults lost access to gender-affirming care in Florida. So all this stuff about we're protecting the kids and we're not anti-trans, we just don't want you messing with our kids. It's BS. We're taking it away from adults now, not just kids. If an adult can't even receive care, what could possibly be your reason for that? Other than, I'm a bigot. We get it. And you are a bigot.